What would you do if your town was threatened with destruction by a world-ending calamity-class creature? Well, I'm pretty sure that none of us will have the same kind of response that Rimuru can afford to, mainly because we don't have the ability to ingest and thereby gain on the specific traits of those. That would be disgusting in real life. But with the emergence of Charybdis, we might see the actual defense of the town and getting a little bit of a glimpse onto the structure of the security force they've set themselves up with. Hopefully everyone will have a little bit of a time to shine. Let's find out. And not only Charybdis, but also the battalion of flying sharks. Why are you standing that side of the town? Good. Ah, the orcs are being led into the battle as well as the spy force. And they actually got... Pegasus Knights. They actually got the assistance. Plus now you can... you can claim to be holding a card up your sleeve for in case Gazef ever wants anything. I helped protect your city once. Now you can repay in kind. It is Suez and Co. force that I want to see a bit more of. I think the orcs are self-explanatory. You don't really need to see like a main fighting force. And now we're going to get a combination of the sub-stories with the Demon Lords bubbling over in this season, or we're going to have to wait for the next. Especially that... I can't remember his name, but the one who summoned Shizu here. Don't just replay the same animation over and over again. Wow! I didn't expect it to go down that easily. Yes, it's only the small fry following Charybdis, but it caused it damage. Does that also include Sage? Because there is a certain amount of distortion going on there. Do your best. He's got to have some pretty sturdy footwork to manage that. Yep, slightly more impressive than the orcs. But don't try and take all of the glory, since they're, you know... Good boy, he's learning. Gabriel is a lot more down to earth than when we first met him. And what kind of half-assed facial hair does that guy have? Retreat! Is Gopter ever going to upgrade that club? To her, this is just a game. Good. Rimuru is strong against the puppy dog eyes. It is funny seeing Milim try to pull those kind of tricks, though. Yeah. He is, he is damn good. I mean, it's one thing restricting someone's movements, but to manipulate. Yeah, since when could Ranga just run through the sky? The good thing is, they'll the falling bits in the background. They'll probably have a lot of fish to eat in the coming weeks. Do they have to worry about where the corpses land, though? Did you fillet it? Yes, he filleted that quite aptly, didn't he? Oh no. What's worse, fighting the megalodons or going through more training? Now the puppet is unneeded, he can dispose of him. So, by itself, Carabudus is something that a demon lord would have to take down, but with the but with all of his forces working together in a coordinated attack. Did she learn how to stick on the back of the wolf like that from Rimuru? Oh my. Forcibly removing your own scales and using it as an attack. You can see the different approaches there. One might be more effective than the other. Why not try to employ both? Is Rimuru going to step in? Oh, that wound healed quickly, though. Spooky face. When things look slightly deadly. Wow, the audio is breaking up there. Are you still surprised? Auto regen. So just get out of here so he doesn't have to worry about you. Did Karabutis just have really tiny legs hanging off of it then? Did I see that? Yes, I did see that. I also wouldn't be surprised if Milim couldn't stick sitting there any longer and decide to intervene. Oh, come on, they didn't even animate. Kind of broken on a beast as large as Karabutis. Stab it in his eye. Death by 1,000 cuts. Yep, it is about now where... How long will they be able to keep this up? Oh, he still has a slight sense of sentience about him. So is he not being completely absorbed? So maybe keeping her back there might not be the best course of action. Oh. The fact that you can take this leisurely conversation while there is a battle going on. But since that doesn't seem to be the case anymore, sure, have at it. Oh, is there going to be any... Is there going to be a backlash if he was to come to harm? I would like to see more of what she can do other than just brute force. Okay. Make sure the forest isn't destroyed as well. That should have been added. Hmm. Well, think about what full force is for her then. Hmm. Extra crispy. That really does show the difference there when he was fighting for, I can't remember how long, several hours maybe. At least with the sun changing positions, but she took it down in an instant. Ah, is this going to be another thing like. Wow, that was solved easily. It's a good thing that Rimuru can just contain all of these very dangerous things within himself, like Veldora and whatever it is he's now analysing. Oh, well, don't take it lightly. Would the king notice that that's the actual demon lord? It would be good if he held some cards closer to his chest, but watch your back. Oh, Gazelle, not Gazef. Gazef was in Overlord, I think. Oh, good. It's surprising how quick he was able to come to it terms that he's fucked up. I was told by some creepy clown people. And considering a part of the. Was that one that came to the ogre village? Would Milim know any of these, considering, they probably held. Like, stayed around Clayman, who's another demon lord, so. Yeah, what is their goal? What is their modus operandi, etc.? Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, even if she did meet them face to face, there's nothing to say that she'd remember them. Yes, he seems like he might be an issue. Learn from your mistakes. It's good that he is so forgiving, but hopefully it won't ever come back to bite him. Yes, you've grown so much. How long have you been there? But now that he's, I think he retired from Carrion's employ. So how will the Demon Lord treat him? It was only a small bit of discipline. It's good that this Carrion seems at least somewhat respectable. It seems not all of those who obtain the name of Demon Lord or title of Demon Lord was there for sheer power alone. Let's hope they've got a good medic and also there's a good dry cleaner for all that blood. Didn't expect it to go down this easily, but it's good. The amount it was hyped up, I expected Kyributis to at least pose some significant threat. But all we really saw was a few trees get burnt. Well, and Gobta chased by a Megalodon, but it's like daily business for Gobta at this point, isn't it? Being in mortal peril. And considering what episode we're on now, there's a few more left, so there's plenty time for it to actually resolve some of the storylines it's brought up. And considering how much it's in the forefront in this ending, finding those children that were left behind by Shizu, will they take precedence to the Demon Lords? Shikai. What a good girl Milim is, making sure not to upset her bestie and actually keeping her promise of restraint. Dear God. That was restraint. Maybe it would have been a good idea to maybe at least leave enough to have proof that you defeated Kyributis, not completely erase its presence entirely. And since Rimuru is now analysing that whatever it was that he removed from Carrion's angry underling, how will that be used in the future? And is it going to take the same amount of time that analysing Veldora's prison is going to take? Of course, now there's an issue, isn't there? He gave the accolades of defeating the Orc disaster to the mercenary group, because that way he doesn't seem like a deadly village of monsters. But what if the word of defeating Kyributis gets out? Oh no! Sure, it was technically the Demon Lord, but If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know. And if you want to see more, then definitely leave a like and a comment down below. Of course, if you want to make sure to never miss a future upload, then subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications is a certainly splendid way of achieving that. But for now, you may want to get yourself some rest. I'll see you in the next one. And if you want to thank anyone for me bringing you these episodes, make sure to thank my Patreons, because I'm kind of certain that many of them don't know the word restraint. But anyway, a big round of applause out to Floritaku, Sal, Raywin, Yuki Ali, Aegis TR, Denamed 1997, Luis Almanza, Aisha M, and everyone else. And with that, once again, thank you.